Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This article that I have here comes from a Ukrainian source from July 3rd, 2022, a Ukrainska Pravda, and this is the title. Russian military base at Melitopol airfield destroyed per Melitopol mayor. Ivan Fedorov, mayor of Melitopol, said that the Russian military base that was located at the Melitopol airfield no longer exists, having been destroyed by the armed forces of Ukraine. Quote from Fedorov: "The Russian military base at the Melitopol airfield practically no longer exists. They started to evacuate their military personnel at 3 in the morning, when shelling by the Ukrainian armed forces first began. After the second mass shelling at 6 in the morning, they began evacuating all of their military equipment that was still intact. This was happening until 9 or 10 in the morning today. After that, there was no longer a single person at the military base of our transportation aircraft, which had been captured by the Ruschists. We hope that they will never be back." Details. Fedorov said that detonations at the military base continued for several hours after the morning shelling. Fortunately, no civilians were injured. At the same time, according to the mayor's information, several dozens Russian soldiers were injured. Fedorov also reported that Ukrainian armed forces shelled another military base captured by Russian forces, this one in the urban-type village of Mirne, not far from the city of Melitopol. The Russians began evacuating their military equipment from the base following the attack. Did you catch two things over there? I caught at least more than two, but at least two. One, there were no civilian casualties after the Ukrainian shelling. The shells avoided the Ukrainian civilians, and there were only Russian soldiers killed. I don't know if you remember, it was a parody of, I think it was a parody of Rambo, Crazy Jan Yankovic or something like this. And over there it was Rambo who shoots, and when he shoots, only they were like mixed, I think that's what it was, mixed. I can't remember. They were Vietnamese and Americans, and he shoots like indiscriminately, boom, 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 and only the Vietnamese die. So the same here. The Ukrainians shelled the Russians, but only the Russian positions, but only Russian soldiers died. No civilians, no civilians. I mean, that's a parody. Obviously, the rockets, the shells knew exactly how to boom, turn, go to the other side where the Russians are. Unbelievable. Nevertheless, this is a news that they shell those people. So that means they're losing. The Russians are losing. I'm not saying that the Ukrainians are not having some of their victories here and there, but it's I think overall the whole front moves slowly towards the west, and the Ukrainians have their victories here and there, but I think the whole thing is just unstoppable as of now, and we'll see. We'll see. The Ukrainians ask for more equipment, more rockets, more missiles, and all that. The Western countries give them a calculated number of them, not like, okay, here is 100 of them or 3,000 of them, maybe like 4, 2, 5. I mean, really, from my perspective, that is really, what is that? Because they could be taken out for what? 4, 3, 5 shells, But nevertheless, at least they get something, let's put it this way. But I don't think that's really the support that they are trying to portray in the mass media. Like, oh my God, the Western countries are doing everything they can. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, unless I see not like numbers of let's say hundreds, the other ones I like. I mean, remember, look on the map. That's the easiest way. Look on the map, read the articles, and find out the towns, the main towns where the main fights are occurring, and see the distance between those towns, the whole line. It's not 50 miles. It's more than that. And imagine you receive five, I don't know, American missiles, guided missiles, air to whatever they will do it. It's not a big deal. It's just five of them on that all that with 15 from there. I don't think it's a big deal, but nevertheless, it's better than nothing. Correct? Correct. Well, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.